What do you mean I can't leave the house?
We're leaving for South America tomorrow, where you're going to be reunited with Lala Ray. Isn't that what really matters?
Yes. But you're asking me to walk out of my life forever. In Port Charles here, I need to make arrangements.
Sky, if you leave the house now, Lila and I will be gone when you get back.
What kind of insurance could Jerry have against Jason? I mean, he's bluffing.
I know that you want there to be some good in Jerry, but Jason believes that he has to be stopped.
Well, Jason wants revenge for obvious
This
reasons.
is beyond revenge, okay? Jason is going to go after Jerry again, and if Jason is the one that gets hurt, Jax...
You saved Jerry's life tonight. Thank you. I really don't think that Jerry's gonna get anywhere near Jason.
So you want to let Craig live?
What I said was, I don't want you to kill him now. We have other priorities.
I don't.
Sweet Sam. So lovely to see you again. Aren't you going to say hello? I mean, you should thank me. After all, I made you a star.
You must be James Craig, the ringleader you held up those people hostage at the Metro Court.
The ringleader, really. And you are?
Amelia Jaffe, I produce Everyday Heroes.
Oh, then I've been a boon to your career as well, haven't I? But in the interest of full disclosure, my real name is Jerry Jax.
So this is how it's gonna be? You come over, get some good takeout, better sex. We have a disagreement, correction, a civil discussion that doesn't go your way, and then you walk out. I can't help but feel used.
This isn't funny.
Who's laughing? You say you love me.
I do love you.
But you have no faith in me. You refuse to believe that I know what I want or that I can learn from my mistakes.
Oh, right. Fine. Put it all on me. You were just this open, honest, uncomplicated guy who's just ready for me to move in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Never mind the fact that we work together all day long. You want us to spend all of our time together. You want us to share the same apartment, the same bed, the same kitchen. I really don't understand why. Is it because I'm so chipper and sunshiny that you just want to spend all your time with me? I don't think so.
I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to evolve this. Why does that scare you so much?
Look me in the eye and tell me that I don't drive you crazy.
Of course you drive me crazy.
What else do I have to do to prove myself to you? You've separated me from my daughter. No retaliation, no attempt to find her in my part. I've explained myself to you. I've justified every single move that I've made. I just ran interference for you with that covert ops agent and probably saved your life. Doesn't that prove my loyalty to you?
Yes, it does.
Then let me say goodbye to poor Charles.
It's too dangerous.
There are some people in this town who still care about me, you know, despite all the things that I've done to help you. I have an ex-husband. I have a few good friends. Just let me see them one last time.
If people realize that we're leaving, we could all be killed. I'm not gonna take that risk.
I've covered for you for months. No one will suspect anything, okay? I know what I'm doing.
All right. Oh, I don't want you to feel like a prisoner, Sky.
Then don't treat me like one.
If you agree to stay in the house, I'll bring Lala Ray to you.
When?
Soon. Then we can all leave for South America together, okay?
Told Sonny everything. That Jerry's Craig, that he's been in town for a while, and I want Sonny to leave him alone.
Can't imagine how that went over.
Well, Didn't like it too much. He was more concerned about you.
Can you blame him? Sonny was there when Jerry shot Robin for no reason. And he was there and watched Alan forced to walk out of our hotel having a massive heart attack.
Look, I know what Jerry did was wrong, and if I could change any part of that night, I would, but I can't.
Did Sonny tell you how Jerry's men beat him?
No.
Yeah, they took him to a small room and tied him to a chair. And Jerry shot Max. Max, who works for us at the hotel, who drives our boys around wherever they want to go, and who would truly die for me.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know that my brother did a terrible thing. But I really believe that whatever trouble Jerry was in, it blew up that night with a briefcase.
You are rationalizing.
Yeah, maybe I am. But whatever Jerry's done, he's still my brother. And I can't just turn my back on him.
This guy took almost everyone that I care about, and he held him hostage and nearly killed him. He did kill Alan. You know that.
And you want revenge?
Yeah, I want revenge. I want him dead.
But
That's
you're
what I
emotional.
want.
You're not thinking clearly.
What's there to think about? Sonny, this guy is dangerous. He was at Carly's house. Who knows what he would have done if I hadn't shown up?
Craig is Jackson's brother. I don't think he would have hurt Carly.
You don't even know that.
He's less of a threat than Alcazar. That's what I want you to focus on.
Screw Alcazar.
Think about it. Alcazar's the one who tried to poison me. He arranged the ambush at the cellar. He's the active threat. The one that needs to be taken down right now. Craig can wait.
What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? What if Craig takes another hostage? What if he takes Carly? He did pay a lot of attention to her at the Metro Court, didn't he?
Carly was engaged to Jackson's brother. We just didn't know it. Now, Jerry, Mr. Craig, whatever the hell he wants to call himself, is a psychopath. He needs to die eventually. But right now, Alcazar needs to die as soon as we can set it up. Can you handle it? Can you do the job?
Take a seat, both of you. Make yourselves comfortable. We're going to be here a while.
So you're Jerry Jacks, as in Jasper Jacks?
Bingo! He's my kid brother.
Well, then why did you hold 15 people hostage in his hotel and then blow it up?
Nosy. Well, the Metro Court certainly wasn't my first choice. I mean, I'm more of a five-star kind of man, you know. But what could I do? I mean, the briefcase was there.
What do you want?
She's awfully volatile and naughty, that one, don't you think? I need to have a little chat with your brooding boyfriend about all the reasons why he isn't going to kill me. And if you're not going to sit down, why don't you fetch that wine you were going to serve your boss? I think we'd all enjoy a glass. Don't you think? Go.
Jerry, it's Jax. We need to talk. Figure out who knows what. So call me as soon as you get this and come back by Carly's house, okay?
So glad my boys are at Sonny's.
Do you want us to meet someplace else?
Where? No place is safe with Jerry. I know you refuse to believe that, but it's the truth.
Can we stop fighting about this?
You need to go away. I'm not up for this.
Well, you won't have to deal with it because I'm here to see Jax. I want to talk to you about what we talked about before. I want to reinforce something. That if Jerry gets caught, you may very well get charged as his accomplice.
The truth is, I don't believe Jax can guarantee his brother's good behavior any more than I can buy Mr. Craig reforming himself and playing nice with others. But the thing is, Jax believes that he's going to pull out all the stops to defend his brother. And while he does, Mr. Craig is going to cooperate. I don't think he's going to blow up any buildings. I don't think he's going to take anybody hostage, at least for a couple of months. So that buys us time to eliminate Alcazar and figure out a way for Jax, his brother, to die that won't come back to bite us.
What if you're wrong?
You know what? I trust my judgment more than yours on this one. I didn't see my father stumble outside of the lobby doors and have another heart attack. If I had, I probably wouldn't be thinking clearly myself. Alcazar has to die first.
I thought I was supposed to wait for Scott to get her daughter back.
I just want you to be ready. want to help Sky. I mean, why wouldn't I? But it's important that Akazawa dies clean, quiet, and quick. Can you handle it?
Yeah, I'll do my job. I'm gonna do it the way you want. But I want Craig dead.
You should want him dead. But you gotta be smart. One thing that was true that Jack said is, you know, like it or not, we're all connected.
Hi. Is Craig around?
I haven't seen him.
Yeah? Hey, well, maybe he's decided that staying in Port Charles isn't worth the risk, huh?
No. Then he wouldn't have gone through the trouble of framing you for espionage.
Maybe he needs a little backup insurance.
I hate this. It's driving me nuts.
Nicholas, it's not as bad as when you were being poisoned. Your life isn't on the line every 24 hours. And my fear is manageable.
Yeah.
I can push the entire situation to the back of my mind.
No, that's until he decides to use his leverage against you.
Look, Craig's cruel, but he always has a purpose. And if I no longer serve that purpose, then maybe he's really gone away.
You know, I prefer not to return to the life of the permanent fugitive. You know, it gets wearing after a while, and it's unfair to my brother, you know, for putting his life on hold to bail me out of trouble. No.
Jax did mention something about Siberia.
Oh, then you know Jax. I'm not surprised. I mean, he has a way to connect with the most beautiful women.
Thank you.
Yes, you see, James Craig was becoming a liability, so, and I certainly don't want to waste a perfectly good alibi that could last me a lifetime. Excuse me, Don.
You held 15 people hostage for 12 hours in the Metro Court. They're gonna remember what you look like no matter what your name is.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, whoever took these people hostages could easily have been my double, or a sinister master criminal with the same plastic surgeon. I mean, not unlike having the same hairdresser, I understand. You know, one size fits all. I mean, there are no prints on file, no DNA, the briefcase blew up, any form of evidence was nicely cleared away and built over. Oh, how touching.
No! What are you doing?
Ladies. Oh, the gun.
God, why did you want to save her? I can't watch you kill another man.
Lost 2-hour season finale Wednesday starting at 9/8 Central only on ABC.
Look, all I want is for you to be honest.
I've honestly been asking you to move in for months. Since before the Metro Court disaster.
Because you feel guilty.
Why would I feel guilty because of a stupid trip to Vegas with a buddy of mine? I'm over it, and you should be too.
I lived here barely 24 hours before you took the next plane to Vegas, and then suddenly I'm shot at the Metro Court, so obviously you feel like you have to make it up to me by asking me to move in with you.
There's no connection there, and why are we talking about Vegas again? That was a long time ago.
Not in non-crisis time, it's not.
What is that, like daylight savings time?
Look, we're great in a crisis. I'm bleeding on the floor of the Metro Court lobby. You're exposed to HIV. Crisis time, we're golden. Non-crisis time, takeout, great sex, don't have to be anywhere till 10 o'clock the next morning. We're awful at it. We fight constantly.
You know this is just an excuse for you to walk out.
No, it's reality. You've survived some very, very tough experiences. I mean, I almost died. But for some reason, you feel obligated to ask me to move in, which is a very big step that you are not ready to take.
Okay, you know what? Stop right there. That drives me crazy. You're not refusing to move in with me because you don't want to. You're refusing to move in with me because you think you know what I want better than I do. It's conniving and contradictory. And obviously you do want to live with me or it wouldn't be such a big deal.
Just stop analyzing me for like 1 second.
Robin, we are making this way more complicated than it needs to be. We love each other, so we should be together.
It would be so much simpler for him to implicate me for espionage instead of you. I mean, I'm the one who set up this paperwork. I don't know, he seemed to imply that you would be useful to him outside of the money transfer.
As leverage against Jason. He doesn't want my brother hunting him down.
And that's okay with you?
Nicholas, I refuse to give Craig any more power in my life. I want to savor every moment with you. We're together. We survived. I want to be happy now, today, instead of worrying about what might go wrong in the
but
future.
I can't pretend that you're not in danger here. I have to find a way to get rid of Craig once and for all.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. But the key is to these people who call him sometimes. I don't know who they are, but he cares about them.
I have no intention of helping Jerry with anything that's illegal.
He's a fugitive, Jax. You had contact with him already, and you didn't alert the authorities. That's aiding and abetting.
What do you expect me to do, Alexis?
I want you to hire me, because at least that way I can protect you in case he gets apprehended.
Wow, so what are you gonna do, Alexis? Do you have a plan?
That would be confidential if this is official.
How did you find out that Jerry was Mr. Craig?
Sonny told me.
You sure you're strong enough to take this on?
I am feeling better every day.
Okay, what about Laura?
What about her?
Well, I heard that you were fighting Scott Baldwin, so Nicholas could remain Laura's legal guardian. That's a very important case to my family, so I'm just wondering which case is going to take priority, Laura or Jax.
I love it when you're a Spencer whenever it suits
I know what you're doing, okay? You are deliberately trying to take on too much too soon so you can play this old long-suffering attorney thing. So you can call Jax over your house in the middle of the night for one crisis or another. You want to be more important to Jax than I am.
I don't even know where to start.
Sure you do, because we've been through this before. When you were Sonny's attorney, when you were Sonny's good friend, but what you really wanted was to fall into bed with him?
Michael, listen. I don't want you watching video games with the lights off. I'll be home very soon. Bye.
Thank God you're here. I couldn't call. I literally had to crawl out the bathroom window.
What happened?
Lorenzo's taking me out of the country tomorrow.
What about your daughter?
Lorenzo has promised to bring her home so we can all go to South America together. The moment my daughter's in my arms, you can kill Lorenzo.
I pegged you for a survivor. A woman who would do anything, trample over anyone to save herself. Not someone who would habitually kill people, especially in front of a boss. Please, I need to know the details.
It was self-defense.
Isn't it always? What really happened, Miss Joffe?
2 men came after Sam and Jason at the studio a few weeks ago. Sam shot and killed one of them. It was clearly self-defense, and she may well have saved our lives. I just don't care to relive the experience.
Why are you even talking to this guy? Come on, didn't you do your homework at all in the Metro Court? Don't you know he is a vicious killer?
She's absolutely right. And to prove it, I will blow your head right off if the jackal doesn't drop his pool cue immediately. Well done. A valiant effort. Please join the ladies. Now.
Escape while you can, unhinged one.
Oh, that's cute. Unhinged one. That sounds like a rusty garden gate.
You're in the lair of Stone Cold, okay? His wrath will be swift and lethal.
Shut up. He'll be fine when we agree on the price.
Come on, I told you Jason can't be bought.
Yeah, Stone Cold is not for sale.
Oh, the lovely Amelia knows that everyone can be bought, even Jason. Welcome home, Mr. Morgan. Close the door, drop the gun. We need to go through a few details.
It's a dedicated signal. All you gotta do is hit send as soon as you get Layla back.
Believe it or not, this is a first for me. Infidelity, revenge, extortion, blackmail, that's all been standard practice. This, believe it or not, I've never plotted the murder of my child's father before.
Alcazar had you in harm's way, right? Let me tell you something. He had you do his work for him, had you covered for him, and Alan Quartermain died, your father, as a result.
I made my mistakes, but I've learned from them. We all do. But now I have to make sure that my daughter grows up loved and secured, not being used as a pawn in some dangerous game.
Sky, You were stopping Alcazar before he does any more harm to you, to your child, to anyone else.
You make killing Lorenzo sound almost noble, but that's just a business for you.
You asked me to wait to kill Alcazar until you got your child back. I did that. Are you gonna hold up your end of the bargain?
I will.
These are federal offenses that we're dealing with. This is life and death matters. I don't have the time or the inclination to
And here we
on
go,
about your
superior
petty
Alexis,
jealousies.
condescending Alexis, dealing with matters that are far too complex for trailer trash Carly to understand. Soon you'll be needing private meetings with my husband, right? Then making jokes. Jokes always at my expense. And then rolling your eyes every single time I walk in. For God's
sake, Carly,
How
you're being
long until you
ridiculous.
start stammering every time you see Jax? Oh, when you're not making long, raging pronouncements about me being selfish or dysfunctional and how Jax would be better off with someone intellectual. Someone, let's say, like you. And then you'll start to hyperventilate one night, and then what, the two of you fall into bed?
Okay, can we not do this now? Because my brother's in serious trouble.
There is no way Jerry's gonna let Alexis broker a deal for him or talk him into turning himself in. And she knows that. She's just trying to make herself indispensable.
I think you're being just a little paranoid.
I don't care. And I won't have it. So, please ask your friend Alexis to leave, or I will go stay with my boys at Sonny's.
So the woman I spoke to on the phone sounded older, right? So maybe it's his mother. And if it is, he could be supporting her, making money transfers. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that, but but maybe I just don't know what.
Craig isn't home. And we have time together. We have privacy. I've missed you so much.
I missed you too.
We're gonna spend the rest of our lives together.
Yeah. And raise Spencer with me. Have kids of our own. Listen, and I promise I'll never let anything happen to you, okay?
You see, no killer should have people he can't bear to lose. And I intend to exploit that weakness. You remember my little insurance?
I'm not going to let you hurt any of these people.
Well, none of these people qualify, I'm afraid. Guess who this is? I'm noble and brave, someone who completely loves you, no judgments, no questions asked. Who am I? Tick, tick, tick.
Emily.
Bravo! Excellent reasoning. You win. Sit down. Emily's fine for the moment, except that she recently opened a Swiss bank account and accepted an illegal wire transfer from a hostile nation. That means that your little sister is guilty of high crimes.
You set her up.
That's right. You see, if I die, proof of her guilt will go to the State Department. And in this reactionary climate, that means that your plucky little sister will end up in Guantanamo before I say lawyer. You see, I intend to have a happy life, and if I don't, Emily will pay the price. Present. Bye-bye.
Okay, just because we want to be together doesn't mean that we shouldn't have boundaries. And please don't say that I'm being obsessive or controlling, because that's not what this is about. Sometimes boundaries are a good thing. You know, like good fences make good neighbors.
We're not neighbors.
It's not the point.
No, sorry.
See, if everyone is clear at the very beginning, then no one will get their feelings hurt, because it will just be clear.
You realize that most of our fights start with you making everything perfectly clear.
Oh, great. So now we're back to everything's my fault.
You just said that we're great in crisis time. It's the non-crisis, the small stuff that we suck at.
Small stuff? How is living together small stuff? How is dealing with each other on a day-to-day basis small? I mean, that's huge. That's building a life together. That is being together.
Then why are you pushing it away? Why do you have to clarify and categorize and try and control everything that scares you?
Because that's just how I think. I'm a research physician.
We're not in a lab. And you are trying everything to alienate me, but it's not going to work. Because you want to live with me.
Oh.
Here. In this apartment. Day to day. Crisis time. Non-crisis time. We love each other, and you know it. And we're both ready. And underneath everything, under all the junk that we're dragging into this, we want to be together. So, I will wait for you. Because you're worth it.
I really hate that you're being put in the untenable position of having to choose between your...
He's fine. He can choose. Thanks.
Thanks for coming by. Might be a good idea to call next time.
No kidding.
What the hell was that about?
I am so sick of her holier-than-thou interference in my life. And it's getting worse. She talks me down every time she walks out of a room. I'm sick of it, Jax.
She's a very good lawyer, and I might need her help.
Fine. Hire her. Go ahead. But no, it has nothing to do with Jerry. It is about undermining our marriage that happens to be under a little stress right now.
Poor Carly, you married into this, this horrible situation with my ex-wife from hell. God knows you didn't bring any troubles to this marriage at all, did you?
So you think I'm being unfair?
Don't misunderstand. I appreciate that you saved Jerry's life. Okay? But Jason, he shows up here whenever he wants to as well. He doesn't call ahead. And he's very condescending to me.
I wouldn't sleep with Jason. That was a long time ago.
Well, Alexis and I have never actually slept together. She's just a good friend of mine. Look. Okay, she can be a little patronizing and sometimes very rude to you as well. I understand.
Thank you.
But she's not a threat to our marriage, and she never will be. Because I love you, and I'm committed to you. And I will never let anyone, not Jerry, not Alexis, not anyone, come between us.
Well, it's just as well we never shot that at home with the hero piece I wanted to do. This whole being held at gunpoint thing really wouldn't have helped our numbers.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, please don't apologize. You aren't responsible for what happens at Jason's penthouse. We do need to discuss your personal situation soon.
Well, the driven one no doubt wishes she'd produced a show about remodeling kitchens.
Are you okay?
I don't know, Jason. I don't know how. Mr. Craig. Jerry, whatever he is, I don't know how he got in here.
Dude, I tried to get a jump on him, but
If he shows up again, you just get out and call for help,
Okay,
all right?
I'm sorry I let you down. I let him storm the gates. I let the evildoer storm the gates. I'm sorry. I'm not worthy.
That guy already lost Alan. To that guy, I'm not going to lose anybody else.
But what if Craig is Jerry? I mean, what if he actually is it? I mean, he's the brother of the Valkyrie's White Knight, right? And if he does hold damning evidence against Noble Emily, I mean, what can you do?
I forgot to tell you something.
If it involves the words boundaries or relationship, please reconsider.
I wanted to tell you that you make me really happy. Truly, deeply happy. Happier than I've been in a really long time. And for that, I thank you.
You know that happiness thing goes both ways. Do you think maybe we could go to my bed? Or do we have to stay on the couch so you can pretend you don't live here?
No, that sounds good. But I might have to leave in the morning.
Asegúrate que, Elvia, esté listo para viajar. Inmediatamente.
Ooh. That sounds promising.
You've been in the bath all this time?
Yeah. After that meeting with the covert ops agent, I needed to relax. I will miss that bathtub, let me tell you. Marble floor. The view outside that bathroom. You see the lights of the city and the harbor.
So you weren't always miserable here?
I was hoping to live in this house for a long time. Believe it or not, I was very happy here.
Thank you. Glad to hear that.
Well, I think about how different my life was when I first came to Port Charles. I was angry, bitter, looking for revenge, always coming in second with family and lovers, husbands. And I'm leaving Port Charles with so much more than I ever could have imagined. And I'm in love.
How can you love me after all that's happened?
I never expected perfection. And it's been tough at times, but look at how much you've given me. A child that I never thought I could have. And a chance at a fresh start.
We'll be there for both of us.
Everything that we've been through just puts everything in perspective. I finally know that I would give up my life to protect Lila. Now I know that you would too.
Skye's gonna call as soon as the kid's in the house. Just be ready, Jason. And we'll discuss what to do with Jerry tomorrow. I understand you met with Jerry Jacks, James Craig. I don't know what he calls himself.
Until I moved to Port Charles, I lived and died by ratings. My real life was never actually at risk, unless you count a couple of cab rides in Manhattan. But since choosing Sam as my new star, I've been held at gunpoint 3 times.
Maybe you need a new star.
You know, it's a remarkable thing. Believing that you're going to die, all of your senses are heightened, everything comes into complete focus. And when it's over, when you realize you're going to live,
You only want one thing?
Guess we had our first big fight.
Well, it's gonna happen eventually. I was just hoping it would be about something a little more mundane. Whether or not to move to a bigger house, or if one of us was gonna miss a soccer game to go to a business meeting. That kind of thing, you know.
Nobody walked out.
Well, you threatened to.
No way was I gonna leave my husband. The man I love. The only man who's perfect for me, alone with his obnoxious ex-wife. I was putting the moves on him.
I was banking on that.
Then why didn't you call my bluff?
Because I would never deliberately embarrass you in front of Alexis, especially in front of Alexis. And I would never take her side or anyone else's against you.
I love you. Right or wrong, I'm always on your side, too.
Oh, hello.
Alfred said Jerry Jacks was waiting.
He's standing right in front of you. The plastic surgeon was truly gifted, but I must admit, I prefer this face, don't you?
So that's who was on the phone. Your mother, perhaps? Jane Jacks? I thought the voice sounded familiar. Does your brother know?
Yes, but more importantly, Jason knows that I'm Jerry and that Emily's up to her pretty neck in espionage. You see, it's all about risk assessment, as I told you before. Jason presents the most serious risk to my health and well-being. He understands that if I die, Emily gets arrested and held as an enemy of the state. I mean, whether she gets a trial or is given a chance to exonerate herself is debatable. In any case, it will be an unpleasant and life-altering experience. So you see, Jason will have to work overtime to keep me alive.
What happened?
I'll start from the beginning, I suppose. I walked in the door and Mr. Craig was standing in here and he made me get some wine and I found your gun in the wine cabinet. I went to pull it on him and Amelia, she stopped me. She said that she couldn't stand to see me shoot another man.
Doesn't she understand that Craig is dangerous?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. Jason, we live completely different lives than everyone else. I gotta tell you, this has been a really long, weird day for me.
Was there a problem at the studio?
Yeah, there was a problem at the studio. We were shooting this piece on domestic abuse, and I suppose I lost it a little bit, and I kind of flipped out, and I pulled a prop gun on the actor, and then I pointed it at Amelia, and she had to sort of snap me out of it, and then she didn't think I was okay to walk home by myself, so she walked me home, and here was Mr. Craig or Mr. Jax or whatever. Do you think he is Jax's brother?
Yeah.
Great. That's great. So what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna check out his story. I'm gonna see if he really has set Emily up for espionage, and if he has, I don't know. I'll just take it from